Hello, so today I wanted to briefly talk about velvet shank mushrooms, which grow here in abundance. They're a winter mushroom that you'll find late winter when temperatures get kind of below freezing and there might be snow. It's a very sort of hardy mushroom that can withstand freezing temperatures, and right now most of these are frozen. It's edible and it's sort of one of those easy to identify first mushrooms if you want to try and get into mushroom foraging, really. So the way to identify is really time of year is very important. The colour, it only can be misidentified with the funeral bell, which is a very deadly poisonous mushroom, so do be careful. But that one has a skirt. I'll show you a picture of it now, just so you can kind of see the difference. These have a very sort of pale yellow stem when they're young, and when they get older the stem gets kind of like a velvety, that's where the name velvet comes from, black sort of colour, and like, I don't know, like it's velvety to touch even. Right now they're frozen so it's not, but like if they're dry then it really does feel quite velvety. Yeah, they grow in big bundles on dead tree stumps, sometimes on dying trees as well, but mainly you'll find them like this. So here you can see the mushrooms. I kind of picked quite a young bundle of them. My fingers are getting really cold and they're kind of like slippery on their heads. You can see my fingers are a bit like gloopy. It's a bit like snot. Yeah, so these are quite young and small, so they'll be good to eat. This is the first time I'll be eating them. I'll just take off kind of the top of the cap because it's quite like slippery and apparently not that delicious. And when the stems get older, they're a bit too hard to eat. So yeah, you can cook these. You have to really cook them before you want to eat them. Most mushrooms you should really cook before eating. And yeah, then you can just incorporate them kind of in whatever foods you like. Mushrooms in like stews or soups, whatever. Yeah. And here you can also very clearly see that the stems do not have a skirt on them. It would basically be like a little ring on kind of the top of the stems, and that would be like an alarm bell where you're like, nope, not going to eat this. And also just don't ever eat anything if you're not 100% sure. So another way to check whether you have the right mushroom, so whether this is the velvet shank really, is by doing a spore print. The spore print of this mushroom should be white. As you can see here, it's white. And if it were a poisonous lookalike, it wouldn't be, it would be more like a rusty brown. All you do is just place the cap kind of on a sheet of paper, something black, so you can see the spores. Yeah, and then you wait for like 8 hours or so, and then you can see the spores falling out.